Hello friends, today I'll solve a LeetCode easy problem on arrays. So we need to remove the duplicates from sorted array. So the problem says, given an integer array nums sorted in non-decreasing order, we need to remove the duplicates in place such that each unique element appears only once and the relative order of elements should be kept same. Then we need to return the number of unique elements in nums. So we need to change the array nums such that the first k elements of nums contains the unique elements in order they were present in the nums initially, and we need to return k. So from index 0 to k minus 1 should contain the unique elements and we need to return that size k. So let's understand this first example. You can see the number 1 is appearing 2 times, but in the output array it should be 1 time. Similarly the number 2 appears 1 time, so in the output array 2 appears only 1 time. So you can see the size of output will be 2 and all the distinct elements will be at the start of the output array, or that is start of the nums array, and we need to return the size 2. Similarly, we can see there are 5 distinct elements 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the 5 distinct elements will be at the beginning of the nums array and we will return the size 5. So let's understand this problem with given examples. So I have considered the first example. So k is the index at which we will store the next unique element. So I'll start from I equal to 0. So 1 is appearing first time. So I will store 1 at index k, that is 0. So the 1 will be replacing itself. Now k becomes 1. Similarly, I will go to next index, that is I equal to 1. So in this case the value is 1. We can see 1 is already in the output array, a nums array. So we will ignore this 1. Then I will go to next index, that is I equal to 2. Here the value is 2. 2 has never appeared before. So I will insert 2 at index k. So here I will insert 2 at index 1 and I will increment k. At the end I will return k. So output will be 2. So all the distinct elements are at index from 0 to k minus 1, that is from 0 to 1. So let's consider another example. Initially k will be 0, that is the size of the output array, and I'll start from I equal to 0. So in this index, I can see the value is 0. So 0 we are encountering for the first time. So I'll store it at index k equal to 0. That is, it will replace itself. Now I'll increment k. That is, now k becomes 1. Then I'll go to next index. That is I equal to 1. Here the value is 0. As 0 is appearing second time, so we will ignore this value. Next, I'll go to next index. That is I equal to 2. So here 1 is present. We are encountering 1 first time, so I'll store 1 at index k equal to 1. Now I'll increment k to 2. Next I'll go to next index, that is I equal to 3. So here the value is 1 and 1 is appearing for the second time, so we'll ignore it. Similarly, now I'll go to next index 4. Here 1 is appearing third time, so we'll ignore it. Next I'll go to next index, that is I equal to 5. Here the value is 2 and 2 is appearing for the first time. So I will store 2 at index k, that is 2 at index 2. Now I will increment the k to 3. Next I will go to next index, that is I equal to 6. Here the value is 2 and 2 is appearing for the second time, so I will ignore it. Next I will go to next index, that is I equal to 7. So here 3 is appearing for the first time. So I will store 3 at index k, that is 3. So I will store 3 here. Then I will increment k to 4. Then I'll go to next index, that is I equal to 8. Here again 3. 3 is appearing for the second time, so I'll ignore it. Next, I'll go to next index, that is I equal to 9. Here 4 is appearing for the first time, so I will insert 4 at index k equal to 4. So 4 will be here, and I'll increment k to 5. Now I equal to 10, so I'll stop. So you can see from index 0 to 4, all unique values are present. So I'll return k, that is 5. So the output will be 5. So now I'll code the solution. I'm declaring a variable called k, that is 1. So the element at index 0 will always be part of the solution. So I'll start from the first index. I less than n, that is num's length, I plus plus. If nums of I is not equal to nums of I minus 1. So if current element is not equal to the previous element, then the current element is appearing for the first time. So I will store that element at index k. Then I am incrementing k by 1. At the end, I'll return k. Now let's run it for the sample test cases. Sample test cases are running fine. Now I'll submit it. So it's working as expected. Let's discuss the time and space complexity. So here I'm just linearly traversing the array. So the time complexity will be big O of n, and I'm just using an extra variable k. So the space complexity will be big O of 1, that is constant. Thank you.